here with head coach of the Cavaliers, Meghan Dennehy. Coach, season begins this weekend against a top 5 team nationally, coming off the first championship in program history. Your thoughts going into the 2019 year?
Well, I'm really excited to play Lindenwood. When they said they wanted to come down here and play us, I was like, absolutely. I think the only way we're going to grow as a program is to play the best, and Lindenwood is one of the best. So we're excited to see what we have to offer on our home opener.
A lot of seniors on last year's team and really left a lasting legacy with this program. But that means there's quite a few pieces you have to replace. And we'll start with the Defensive Player of the Year, Mel Riley in goal. Talk about how that transition is going in replacing the first all-region player in school history.
You know, Mel is someone that is going to, her legacy here will live on forever. With that being said, though, we're super confident in what we've seen in Elsa. She has a great ability to come in and fill Mel's shoes, and we'll see that on Sunday.
We'll just go through the positions. We'll start at attack, and your impression of the returners you have there and maybe some of the freshmen that you brought in.
Yeah, I think that, Rocky Cole graduated, and so we're obviously looking for someone to kind of step up leadership-wise, and we found that in both Sydney Steinberg, Jesse French, we've got Ashley Wells also stepping up. So we really feel confident that I think that overall our attack is looking better than it looked last year.
Just keep it going there and give a little brief overview of the midfielders.
Yep, so we lost 2 midfielders to graduation. We were able to fill 2 midfield positions in our freshman class and brought in 2 twins, both Caroline and Ellie Earnshaw, and they have been doing great stuff for us on the field. I think that they are filling the voids instantly, which is exciting to see that out of 2 freshmen. So we're excited to see what they're going to do on the midfield side with our other returners. And
then lastly, on the defensive side.
Yep, so we graduated Lauren Donahue, so looking for some leadership in there. Jess Apgar has been playing phenomenal, as she did last year. We've got Charlotte Hess down there, and Abby down there too. So, we're looking to see who's going to fill some of those last spots, but we're definitely confident in what we've got to offer. And I know that the big thing that they want to do is continue to grow, and we're doing that each day. And so I still think we have a lot of room to grow between here and Sunday, and these next couple practices are going to be very important for that.
Coach, this year in the Mountain East Conference, they've switched it up a little bit. You're going to play everybody home and home. Talk about that a little bit and maybe some of the challenges that presented and filling some of these non-league games, because I know you usually like to play a pretty tough non-league schedule.
Right. I think that was one of the reasons why we wanted to get Lindenwood on our schedule, just to kind of keep that strength of schedule going. It's something that has always been in my philosophy, and now that we are, a 5-year program, we should be able to be handling that. I don't think we can be considered a brand new program anymore. And so it's definitely going to add some challenges because it's different. And different makes it unknown. And so we're going to have to figure out how that looks. Our conference game schedule is double in length, so our conference schedule will be very long, and so that obviously adds some challenges. So we're just going to have to make sure that we are being cautious about that at practice, giving them mental breaks and stuff like that so that they can perform to their fullest when we are in our conference stretch of games. And so I think, though, what I'm excited about is because we won last year, we could go in with maybe a little cockiness. And I think cockiness is good, but I don't want it to be too much to where we go in and think we've got this and we don't. So I think this still allows us to go in with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder of that unknown and be able to go out there and still think and consider ourselves an underdog.
Talking with head lacrosse coach Meghan Dennehy, and you talked about there a little bit, the difference between being the hunted and the honey, picked first in the preseason coaches poll. How's that been for you, your staff, and your players after being, the one that's been chasing some of these upper echelon teams?
It's different. I will say it's something that I think we're all feeling a little bit of the pressure. And so the big thing that we're trying to say and talk about is that pressure. We don't want to hide from it. We want to make sure that we identify it and we know how to be prepared for that. So it is a little bit different since every year we were either 2, 3, or 4 seed going in, and this year we're the number 1, and that's something that we've never had to feel. And so being able to talk and communicate about that and prepare them for what that is, I think is important. So we're still trying to tell them that pressure is okay. We have to rise to that pressure and we have to be confident. And I think it's okay to still have a little bit of a confidence of, being number 1 and what that means. We won a conference championship, and that's important. And so we need to remember about that, how that felt, and kind of use that going into this season.
Coach, we'd be remiss if we didn't touch on the SAC a little bit. The final year in the Mountain East, moving to the SAC next year, and you've got quite a few SAC schools once again on the schedule.
I'm excited. I think that the SAC has a lot of strong teams, and so that's going to help with our strength of schedule. Obviously, the distance is going to be huge, not having to be on the road as much. So we're definitely excited to move into the SAC and see where our future leads into that new conference, and hopefully we'll be able to say that we've won a conference championship in the Mountain East as well as the SAC one day.
Fans, the 2019 season begins Sunday at home at Smith Stadium, 1 o'clock against number 4 Lindenwood. Come out and support the Cavaliers. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.